Yo, what's up, y'all? Y'all on the porch today, once again, with your boy D. My dude Kerry not in the building today. He off, it's Memorial Day weekend. He off with the family chilling. So shout outs and salutes to Kerry. Come back soon, bro. You're missing the fun. Come on back. So we sitting here in Suno. We on the Suno campus today. And we're in the beautiful building, the
we're education.
The education building. The
building.
new education building.
Yeah.
Now, I remember that old education building I went to on press.
Yeah.
That was when the damn ceiling was falling apart on.
We had to upgrade. We had to change with the times. Yeah, I'm thankful for this building. AC is great over here.
So we sitting in the education building on Suno campus, Southern University at New Orleans.
Yeah.
We sitting here today, and we got a guest. We got a good guest here. Friend of mine from the middle school days, going to Carter G. Woodson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up uptown in the third ward. Y'all know that's where I'm from. So just about everybody I know gonna come through here gonna be from the third ward.
Yeah.
You
No bias. It's just what it is.
Yeah, right. I ain't being biased. You from any other ward, come on through.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So we sitting here with my dude, Morkeith Phillips.
Man, I'm glad to be here.
And he running a good program over here for the Honorary Center, and we about to get into that and tell y'all what's going on and how y'all can become part of it. How can y'all help out? How can y'all just be part of the movement, man? Because they're doing some great things here on Suno campus and in the city of New Orleans. So we about to go dive into this thing and get started. What's up?
Man? Appreciate the having you today, man. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day, right? And I was glad, man, when you was like, man, come on the show and let's have a good dialogue, a good conversation,
right.
on the porch, like we used to do back in the day. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So it was definitely no hesitation. I was like, let's link up, bro.
Right. Definitely. Y'all gotta understand. We went to Worcester together. You know what I'm saying? And right now, it amazed. I was like at awe when I realized who I was talking to when we were messaging over the Instagram, because just about if you understand when we grew up going to Worcester, just about everybody, I'm not even gonna say 90%, probably 70% of our class, coming out of Worcester, whether you went to John McAfee going forward, probably about 70% of these people either locked up, dead. They are not into doing something that's helping out the community. So when you meet somebody, when you finally get to talk to somebody who you went to school with, and it take you back for a minute, like, hold up, man, in the education field, hold up, and then you be like, is this you? And you're like, and then you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So y'all just gotta understand the dynamic of the whole thing. But we about to get into this thing with Mo. So look, Mo, so first off, so this is what we gonna do. So first off, because, we, like I said, went to Worcester.
Yeah,
so,
it's 92, 93.
Right.
Yeah.
So for the most part, we ain't like teachers. We ain't like authority figures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
look, we ain't like authority figures and teachers. You know what I'm saying? It was time where we just saw everybody, whether it was me, you, or well, they got into it with the teachers. You know what I'm saying? They got into it with either Mr. Steinbein or
Mr. Burnett.
Mr. Burnett. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Burnett. There was authoritative figures.
Right. And so we got into it. So so I guess I'm leading into this here. What made you get into the education field?
Man, it's crazy you asked that, man. It's because, just like you said, we were, we was adolescents. We wanted things our way. We wanted to do what we wanted to do. However, there are some teachers that did make impact, right, in small areas.
Right.
So just to throw some of them out, and that I still resonate today, and it's actually part of the program that I run. So you think about Mr. Greg Stafford, jazz musician, right? Matriarch of the community in New Orleans. He was our math teacher, right? And sixth grade, I remember that, right? And the Stafford would always be on us, telling us we have to pay attention in class, right? we would always have to understand decimals and where the decimal goes, because if you don't, people could cheat you out your money, right? He was
right.
And with him traveling, I'll never forget that. He would always tell us, like, guys would get beat on their money going from American to European dollars, because they didn't understand the decimal. And I was like, wow. So some of that kind of stuff to me. Then you had people like Elder Gaddis, right?
Oh yeah,
right.
Boston
Boston Men program, and it's kind of similar to what I do now, right? So you have Elder Gaddis, and then Coach Moore, right. Coach Moore was a straight military guy, right? All us going wild in the gym. But Coach Moore had a certain demeanor about him that was calm, cool, collective, and also disciplined, right? Then you got Alonzo Barnes. Mr. Alonzo Barnes was the band director, right? So I was taught some skills in those pockets of being an adolescent, right? Being defiant, going against the authoritarian people. But those are the people who really set some foundation in my life that I still use today. You have Miss Gray, remember Miss Gray, right? Miss Charles, right? Miss James, right? Right. You think about, and I'm jogging your memory, and you thinking about, wow, Mr. Martin, right?
Mr. Martin,
Mr. Phil, You have Mr. Phil, Mr. Rhett, the list go on and on.
About who does, but like Miss James, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. She was the one that like put me on track and everything. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Because she used to be like Demetrius, and I used to feel like, damn, why she always picking on me? Everybody in the own class, and she picking on me. Like Demetrius. You know, and I used to be like, man, come on, Miss James. I'm trying.
Right. But she gonna make sure you get it.
Right.
I gotta be honest, like, coming from Mr. Stafford class in 6th grade and going to Miss James class for 7th grade, you was ready.
Right.
You was ready. And I remember those times, like, she would tell us we could go to McDonald's 35. You know, at that time, you had to take a test, go to McDonald's 35. She was always like, you guys are going to be ready. And we were. We just chose to do different. It wasn't taught to us, right? We went off the beaten path, right? And so I'll talk about that today. And I talked that to the young men. So what happened, I continued on the band, went to John McDonald, and even when I got to John McDonald, it was some life skills that I learned from Mr. Jeffrey Herbert, Roderick Paulin. Those are jazz musicians as well. And they was our band director, and then sometimes they served as fathers, right? Big brothers, right? And they also leaders, and taught us the different things that we necessarily didn't learn in the house, right? Most of the people in our kind of generation was kind of fathers. My father wasn't there, right? However, those guys came in and stepped in their role, whether they wanted to or not. They knew that came with the job. So for me, coming from under their tutelage, I was able to pick little small things off from them, right? And put it in my tool bag. However, I still had slips and falls. I ain't perfect. And I tell people that I had run-ins just like everybody else, because coming from where we come from, you're not really going to come from there and not be unscathed.
Right.
You can't escape it, right? Something, you're going to get into something, right? And growing up in the Magnolia Project, you're going to get into something. And only thing you hope it is not too detrimental where you can't bounce back from. Right. So it's understanding that, and those guys were real pivotal in my growth. So when I went to John McDonald, Mr. Herb was to teach us work ethic. I'm to be honest with you, I tell people all the time when they got to John Mac, they really taught us practice. When you get tired, you practice again, right? Because Herb was preparing us to be professionals, right? In whatever walk of life that you go, right? And you'll be surprised the lessons that you learn just being in the band, right? To this day, I teach the young men that I work with to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. And if you late, you lose. It's just that simple.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're taught that, and he molded that into you. Be in the right place at the right time with the right equipment, prepared to pay attention. This is what I learned in 95, 96, right? And that's still in me today. So when I have a 9 o'clock meeting, I'm there at 8:50. Right, I'm 10 minutes early. Right, anywhere I have to be, I'm always 10 minutes early. Right. And then that, and I understood that, and I respected those guys, and that influence from those guys really helped me. And also, Miss Ferdinand, right? Miss Ferdinand was like the mother of the school, and she made sure that we were getting our packets together to go off to college. Right, she was making sure everything was done. ACT, make sure you're there. You know what day it is. Get in there. Then once I went off to graduated from John Mack after I had a little setback, right? And I didn't graduate without senior class, so we were supposed to get out in 99, right? I didn't get out. I didn't get out in 99, just being mischievous, right? And being mischievous, being young, and not being able to make good decisions, right? And I teach that as well. I think for the most part, young people, the best skill that they can learn is decision-making skills, right? Because if you was able to make better decisions, for you, some of the stuff that you're going to go through, you're going to minimize it, right? Because you have the understanding of doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And it's that simple. It's not too much more than that. Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Right. And so when I got my mind right, I graduated from John Mack, went off to Southern. And when I got to Southern, Dr. Isaac Greggs, late great Dr. Isaac Greggs, he was teaching the same thing that Herb was teaching and Mr. Alonzo Barnes was teaching. I'm like, wow. So now I done had years of this. So for sure now it's in me, right? It's in me. It's embedded, right? I don't have no choice but to do this. And because of that, I was inspired to become an educator because of all the influences that I had. So I'm like a walking gumbo pot because I got Mr. Moore in me. I got, Alonzo Barnes. I got Jeffrey Herbert, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Mr. Burnett. Think about it, man. I got a little Miss Gray, Miss Charles, all that. Dr. Isaac Greggs, Colonel Knight. So you mix all that together and you get me from the educational standpoint. And when I came back to college, I went to Southern in fall 2000. My goal was to march in the band and march in the band classic. That was the standard, right? That was the stamp of approval. You made it. You made it to Southern University.
Right, that was like going in the NFL.
Yeah, that was the NFL. You got it. That was to get drafted for everybody wants in the band. I know they have these other schools nowadays that people are going to, but Southern University was the standard. Right.
You created a band. You went to Southern. If you couldn't make it over there, it was like, damn, I failed.
Yeah, right. My whole musical career is over. Yeah, because you didn't make it. And it was like that, man. I remember guys would cry when they, was getting cut because you had to audition. Right. And the cut sheet come out during a week. Man, if your name on that cut sheet is, you got a problem. Right. Like, whoa. It's real stuff, right?
I gotta rethink my whole life.
Right, you do. Because you think about it, we've been on a horn since 3rd, 4th grade. Right, now we 19. Right. Been on the horn, did all the Mardi Gras, the parades, concert music.
Right, and everybody telling you the man.
Yeah, you nice.
Section leader, you was on the end.
Yeah.
And
then you get here.
And then somebody tell you, nah, bro, it ain't working.
You ain't bringing no smoke. Like, what?
Dog, I gotta rethink my whole career.
Right, so I gotta go back home. Right. And go back to the hood. Right. It's like, man. But I was able to survive, and what I did, what is called a cross, I crossed. I'll never forget November 26th, man. I went up August 8th, that 4 months, my freshman year, crossing the band. It was like the greatest thing. Even my mom knew that was my goal, right? And she was at the Bayou Classic, right? Because she wanted to see her child achieve what he wanted, what we've been working all these years, right? And like you say, it was like getting drafted. And for some certain reason, man, I didn't stay. Went through all that, bro. I didn't stay. Yeah, funny. I tell people, my crab brother, we call crab brothers, bro. After the Bayou Classic was over, man, we went upstairs in the dome. The game was over. Went upstairs. They feed us. We eat red beans, rice. I gave my crab brothers my horn and my band suit, and I walked out the Superdome, walked on the side of the bridge, walked straight down Claiborne, and went to the project. Because for me, I was in that mindset. Is like, I came, I saw it, I conquered.
Time to move on.
Trying to move on. I wasn't thinking, man, you're supposed to go do 4 years, not one year. You know, like a fall. It was called Fall Guys, right? Yeah. So guys would come out to Southern just for the band in that fall semester and live your dream and then go off and be able who you wanted to become. It was crazy, and I did that. And I pretty much tried to find myself within those years from 2001, 2002, 2003, man, and I went to Sidney Kaye. I thought about being a welder, didn't work. I went to Delgado, didn't work. Right, I was all over the place. Worked offshore, didn't work. Right. Had a daughter, right? So now I was like, oh snap. So like now I gotta wake up. Like right. I ain't gonna lie, washing dishes in a restaurant, man. My daughter, I was like, nah, bro, this ain't gonna be it. I gotta find something else. And my mentor, man, thank you for him. I think, my mentor, my mom, and my grandmother, man, and the teachers. It took a lot of people to help me get here. So I have a lot of people to thank. I can't even write it down, bro. There's so many people, right? Mm-hmm. But he was like, man, go try Suno. Right? It ain't Baton Rouge, right? But it's Suno. Mm-hmm. And Suno, I came here. It was a cool vibe, right? And it was teaching different things. Some of the things I was learning in Baton Rouge, right? And I was like, oh man, I can definitely do this, right? Got my swagger right, back in college, right? Mm-hmm. But I was ready to embrace it, and did that Katrina hit. So I got in school 04, so like 05 Katrina hit. I'm like, man, soon as I'm thinking about to get ready, right. Katrina comes. I'm like, oh man. So at that time, they were saying we could go to any college in the country we wanted to. I just chose to go to Baton Rouge. I went to Baton Rouge, and I was like, man, my mind still went here because I was here for Katrina, right? And that's right after they tore the project down. We moved to the Lafitte project, and me and Moms, we were here a couple of days, right? At the convention center, bro. It was crazy. Right. We were at the convention center like 2 days, man. Right. It's ironic that General Honoré comes in telling all the troops put the guns down, right? These are people, right? Treat them like people. And it's crazy how life is.
Full circle,
right? Right. And in some instances, he saved our lives, right? Because when we was by the convention center, those military guys had their guns drawn. Mm-hmm. Like, we was going to look for direction. We was going to look for answers. Like, somebody tell us where should we go to seek shelter to get from all of this. And they're like, nah, just stay over there. Right. And he hit the ground running. I remember on the images of Canal Street, he coming down, hey, y'all put it down, And we was able to get out of that piece and go off to Baton Rouge. But I say that to say this. Now I'm running a program that bears his name. It's crazy.
No, that's what I was looking like. Wow, I already got it.
That's crazy. Look how God works. It's crazy, right? So that's like it's ordained, right? Mm-hmm. It's this stuff was supposed to happen, right? At my darkest hour, this guy comes in, and then now I'm at the pinnacle of my career. Right. Boom! I come in. Now I got to lead his group. Right? Oh man, it's crazy. Right. And so I went through that piece. Went to Baton Rouge, came back, and at that time I just enrolled back at Suno when I got 06, man. And then I just got on my horse and I just rode, bro. I just went grinded. I became a member of Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Dr. Dunhorn Sells, her husband had passed, and she wanted to start a mentoring program in his name. and she asked Morkeith, would you go run this program for me over at Sophie Wright? I'm like, Dr. Sales, I don't really know anything about mentoring, right? I'm in the mindset like I'm trying to get myself together, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. She's like, no, I see you around campus. I see you have some leadership qualities. This is going to be it. And I say, you know what? We started off working together as a chapter. It was a chapter opportunity to do it, and I want to be. I remember our area director at the time, Joseph Byrne. He was the area director for intake of Alpha, and we went to tell them about the program and what she wanted us to do. And I still remember that to this day, that he told us, don't turn that switch on and then turn it off. If you're gonna go there and work with those kids, go there and work there.
Right.
Don't do that. You're gonna damage people. And that stuck with me, right? So I started that program in 2006, thanks to Dr. Duhan Sales, Ms. Sharon Clark, principal. Man, I know people may not know, but Ms. Sharon Clark, bro, she's real authentic. She had a heart of gold. She really wants the best for the kids, right? And I ran that program, man. We was able to do great things. Kids graduated from high school, went to college. Some became alphas, right? Because of that. And I think all that brought me into where I'm at today, right? Being exposed to running a mentoring program, right? Being an educator. So I went to work like subbing, right? I went to work in after school 2 days a week over at Sophie Wright. And that's when I kind of got really into the education aspect. So since 2006, that's what I've been around. Education.
All right.
And that's what it is.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. You know, because it's real. It's sometimes, kids will take information better from somebody who came from it. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Who could look at them and be able to peep out everything about them before without even saying the word, and they be like, man, how you know me? Because I've seen it before. It was either me or there was a partner I was running with.
I've seen this movie
before, bro.
I know how it's going in.
Right, I know how it's going in. You only got 2 directions it's going in. I seen this movie already. Right. So which one you want to go with? You know what I'm saying? So man, so that's real dope. That's real dope, bro. I love it.
And a lot of people don't know that, and share that. And because it's real, some people need to know that. I'm not sure who may see this, listen to the podcast, right? But I wanted to be able to tell that aspect of it because people will see me now, right? After all that molding and all the stuff that I went through to get me to where I'm at now, wearing suits and ties, raising my daughter, trying to do what I can do for the community, giving back, all this other stuff, speaking engagements, things of that nature. And I gotta let them know that it always wasn't like this.
Right.
It wasn't always like that. I had to go through some steps. I'm assuming God said this was my route.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everybody got a route.
You gotta take it.
You gotta take it.
Yeah,
There's no way you could. Look, I look at life like this here. You come up to a fork in the road. They got a left, sort of like the Matrix. There's a blue and a red. There's a left and a right. And I think, and you know how people say, "Oh, the Lord knew your life before." Yeah, I do. I do believe He know your life before it starts.
Right.
But I do believe you come up to this fork in the road, and He know. If you take this one, because He still give us free will.
Yeah, of course.
If you take this one, this is what you're going to go through. If you take this one, this is what you're going to go through. Now, it's up to you on what you're going to take. Because, dude, I really believe everybody got a point in their life that right now they could go back and look at it and say, if I'd have did this different, I'd probably be right here instead of being right there. Major point. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So just to know that you went through that road because whatever one you took, left or right, that was the one you took, and you had to go through it. You know what I'm saying? You made it through. You made it through because look where you at right now. You know what I'm saying? And what you doing right now with these young men, you know what I'm saying, that we about to get into with the Honorary Center, man, it's just no it's just amazing. It's you're doing this with young men. You know what I'm saying? Trying to mold them and turn them into to be great assets to the community.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? So just speak on, just tell us what the honorary center about. What we already know is now got the general honorary.
Yeah.
And just let us know what it's about, what y'all doing, what y'all up and coming events y'all got going on, and like how can young men become part of it?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, and I appreciate that opportunity, man, because I tell people all the time, the Honorary Center was designed to empower black males from the city of New Orleans, right? What we wanted to do was two things. Right now, it's only a 2% representation of black male teachers in the United States.
Okay.
Right? You know, that was different from when we went through.
Right.
We had black male teachers at every level.
Right.
Some of these kids are maybe having one, maybe two black male teachers in their whole from kindergarten to 12th grade. Okay. That was unheard of in our era. So one, we want to address that. And then two, we wanted to address the graduation rates of black males. Because you go in a classroom, they're being outnumbered by the ladies. For some reason, the ladies understand it, they get it, right? But the fellas sometimes are willing to take more chances with their lives and not towards education, right? And some of it was people deemed it as the cradle to the penitentiary, school to prison pipeline. We trying to establish something where we have established something here at the Honorary Center that's going to address those needs, right? So what I do is I recruit from New Orleans, young men from the school system, greater New Orleans area. We ask that you come in, you'll be accepted to SUNO, you have financial aid, right? Because we're going to give you all the other support. So at SUNO, the cost is affordable, and your financial aid grant money takes care of the tuition, right? Now, after that, that's when the honorary steps in. So room and board. So we give you room and board. You stay on campus in a dormitory. We give you a meal plan. We pay for the meal plan, right? And we pay for $500 towards books. We also give you $100 a month stipend to get, little personal items and things like that. We provide mental health counseling. We have a mental health provider on campus, licensed clinical social worker. She's also from uptown too. Right. So, and she's here. She's a SUNO grad as well. Okay. And inside of that, we expose you to different people, walks of life. We have men come in as mentors to kind of work with you peer-to-peer type of deal. We expose you to trips, different aspects of being an educator and a young man. And then I come in facilitate some of the mentoring aspect in grooming them from freshman year to senior year, right? And that's teaching them how to wear a suit, right? So the young men, they coming in, they get two suits starting off, a navy blue suit and a black suit, right? Navy blue suit you can wear to any business meeting, any event that you may have to go to. However, you need a black suit in case you have to go to somewhere formal after 5 and things of that nature. So you getting those two suits, that's to prepare to start having you to think different, right? Because if you feel different, like Dion saying, if I look good, I feel good, I feel good, I play good, right? And I took that approach with it. And we also have what we call Manhood Mondays. So in the Manhood Mondays aspect, we bring in speakers who are from different educational backgrounds and have them speak to them. Sometimes we bring in industry experts such as lawyers and doctors as well, because the best thing we could do for them is expose them to everything, right? So they getting a holistic experience here in the Honorary Center. And what we're doing is, because we're finding out when a student feel they are part of something, right? They feel onus into the school and the program that they're in, the likelihood of them staying, it grows up. right? So the retention rate within the honorary center is high, somewhere around 80 to 90%.
Oh, wow.
I'm getting ready to do my report this year because we've been graduating students. I started in this position in 2018. We've been graduating students, males, every year, and all of them are going to be educators. So it's working. We have success, right? And I'm developing partnerships right now with a couple of schools because once they hired the young men, they were like, okay, these guys are quality young men. We need this, and I like those. Can we get more, right? And I tell people all the time, we going to the part where we can get more, but the support to get more, it costs, right? So currently, right now, we house 10 young men, right? And an average of like $9,500 a year for all the services that they get, and so it's roughly around $100,000 a year to provide services for them young men. And the other aspect of the housing that I like about it is it's all year round. So traditionally in colleges, fall break, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you have to leave campus, and spring they're able to stay because the whole year, 12 months. So we pay for that 12 months a year because the key part about that is they're not going back into the communities in which they come from, right? So the majority of our kids are coming from real tough areas, right?
Right.
And that's the key part.
To keep them from being
Falling.
Because most of the time when we go back, sometimes we don't come back.
And it's unfortunate. We lost one like that.
Wow.
We lost one like that. Years ago, prior to me coming, one of the students was killed when he went back home. I don't know what happened, but him and a young man got into an altercation, and he was shot and killed. So at that point, we made a conscious decision to say, you know what? Let's not bring them back into those communities. We're trying to save their lives. So we actually saving lives as well, right? Because we putting you in a different environment. Right. You know what I'm saying? And pouring all this support into you. And man, I want to say it's God's work. I'm excited to do it. I get up every day to do it. And just to see them go across the stage and being able to help some young men because people help me. You know what I mean? It's crazy when you see them. Sometimes it get a little tear jerkers, right? Because you seen him come in as a freshman, right? 18 years old, he don't know what he talking about. He lost.
He think the world owns stuff. He think he can do whatever he wants.
Their attire be different, and once they become seniors, and you see that transformation happen, where they wear slacks, collar shirts, suits, understanding how to carry themselves, speaking articulate, becoming leaders. Some of them become high as the SGA president on campus. So that's a student government president. That's the highest position you could get on a college campus. One of the honorary men held that position. The vice president was an honorary man, right? And they become members of fraternity organizations as well. So they're getting opportunity to become leaders and making life decisions that are going to better them going forward. And it's good stuff, man. I'm happy to be here. I tell people every day, I just be surprised that the people pay me to do this.
Right.
Y'all gonna pay me? Right?
Look, take y'all a little money.
Yeah, I'm here.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm going to do it regardless.
Right.
I'm going to do it regardless.
Right.
I was doing that and working with some kids, younger kids who I consider at-risk kids, man, and there was quite a few of them, 10 maybe 12 of them. I was working with a guy, and we would go to the detention center and sit and talk to the guys, young men, and give them hope, and I was doing that for free, working with young men in the neighborhoods, because we know what it's like not to have pops there or have a male supporter. And just to throw a statistic out there, research was done, and it says if a student, African-American student, sees an African-American teacher, by the third grade, they have a 13% chance of going to high school. If they see two African-American teachers, they will have a 32% chance of going to high school and consider college. But this the kicker. for a black male, it's a 40% decrease of them dropping out. Just the impact alone of having a black male teacher by third grade. That's what I mean. So that's why we target elementary schools. We have one student, John Brown, he's teaching advanced math over in a high school at Landry Walker, right? But we're targeting elementary because those are the most precious times of their life, right? And imagine if we can do that. We can stop kids from dropping out of school. And we can inspire them to go to college, high school and college. There's a study done by that. There's a national study. And that was impact when I read about that. It's crazy. And the other aspect is that I'm writing about it right now. So got my master's degree and from Southern. And now I'm in doctoral school. So I'm working on my PhD at Southern. I'm actually finished all my coursework, so I'm actually in dissertation stage.
Right.
God say the same. I should be finished around December.
Oh, so we'll be calling you Dr. Phillips.
Dr. Phillips.
Dr. Phillips.
Yeah.
We see each other.
Man, it's a blessing. I'm excited about the opportunity because how many of us at this juncture?
Right. And see, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, I say, bro, I'm like just ecstatic because, you know, just looking back.
Yeah.
Just looking back.
Totally.
Just looking back, walking through the halls of Wilson right now. Just looking back. And like some of the names I could just ran off and you know, like Kim.
Yeah.
JJ.
Right.
Who else we had? Who else we was in school with? Jerome.
Right. Man,
it was a bunch of us. It's just a lot of names, and I'm not, I'm just saying, there's a lot of names you can just ran off and remember who we was in school with, and you'd be like, "Damn, man, what happened?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just looking like, "Man, what happened? How it got to that point? You know what I'm saying?" So to sit here and hear a person who came out of Wilson, came out the Magnolia Project, and be like, "Yeah, we calling me Dr. Phillips in a minute." You know what I'm saying? That's like
crazy.
That's like, whoa, like really? You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
It's and you're looking at it like I wasn't on a football scholarship, I wasn't in basketball. Even though I started in a band, I didn't get it through the band.
Right.
I wasn't. I just strapped up my boots and said, "Look, something got to happen," and I went and did it.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Mindset change.
Right. And then just one of those things that just make you feel like, damn, it can happen.
It could.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about it is, what I'm writing about, and I hope to potentially help other people, how can historical black colleges help African American males from inner cities, right? Particularly in New Orleans. That's mine's going to be based on New Orleans. So it's going to be understanding what works. So in my dissertation, I'm going to give the people, the readers, from point A to point Z, what works. From the time that they fill out the application to understanding their backgrounds, right? To understand how to teach them, how to talk to them, how to better deliver the message to them so they can receive it, right? Because people need to understand that. Like you said, when we coming from, they tell us, "Listen, man, don't do that." All right. They don't really hold their weight.
No. Right. Like, okay.
I hear you, right?
And I'm doing it anyway.
Right, and we going to do that.
Because, it's like, you telling me don't do it, but why you don't want me to do it? Just don't do it because I said so.
That don't work.
That don't
right?
work.
So now I'm about to give you a blueprint on how to reach them, how to get them in college, then how to get them through college. Because that's what I'm about, right? It's not good enough to just get them here. We have to retain them, right? And once we retain them for 4 years, get them to go off and become successful in their community. Right. Teach them, hey, man, you find your wife, man. Right? Get you some kids, man. Get you a home. Most of us didn't come up with a home. I tell a young man, all right, you become a teacher. Teachers are making around, 45? On the average, 45,000 a year, right? You find, for example, your wife, you meet her at your job. She's a teacher. She's making 45. Now, y'all got $90,000 coming in to the one household. You're not impoverished no more. We grew up in poverty, right? Imagine if our moms and pops made $90,000.
Yeah, especially in New Orleans.
I wouldn't have been before Katrina. I wouldn't be living in the Magnolia. Right?
Superstars.
It'd be a totally different lifestyle. So what I'm teaching them and telling them is, you have opportunity to change the trajectory of people coming behind you. If you just come and sacrifice your time, because you're going to get the support you need. And not like when I went to Southern, I didn't really have too much support, right? We give you everything. I tell guys I went to college with and people know, like, man, listen, the program pays for room and board, meal plans, $500 for books, and $100 a month stipend. Guys 40 like, man, sign me up, because they understand it.
Right.
Man, you know, you get your fee bill and you like, $8,000. What happened? Tuition only $2,500, but meal plan and housing and fees ate everything up, right? So now you got to pull out loans. And I'm teaching now, you come out debt free.
Debt free. Come out of college debt free.
Come on, how many people doing that?
None of us doing
You're
that.
changing the game.
None of us doing that.
I didn't do it. I got a lot of debt.
I got a lot of debt for college too.
Right.
God
So
damn.
I'm putting you on a financial better path, right?
Definitely.
Giving you an education, right? And you have the mind, your mindset has changed, right? We have to recondition our minds. And I teach that to them as well, because I know where they come from and where we come from, it was two different worlds, right? We was valued loyalty, right? And don't be no snitch, right? Well, in a different setting, those values don't reside here.
No.
It don't apply here, right? So we got to change the mindset and say, hey, I have to understand I need to be accountable, right? I need to be able to do what I say I can do, right? If I say I'm an accountant, I have to be able to be an accountant. I can't lie about that, right? And you hear as sooner, we're going to teach you. You got the best business program, like we internationally accredited, not just nationally. The College of Business is internationally accredited, right? I mean, you could, take that to Africa and they're going to validate that, right? And the aspect of a college degree, you're not just certified in the city that you went to, you certified in the world.
Right.
So we got to recondition our kids' mind.
Right. That's
right? You're not, you worldwide now.
Right.
And a lot of kids don't understand that, because they'll get a college degree and then they'll come back home and they stay where they at and like, I can't find no job. Yeah, if you only look in one place, all the jobs is not in your neighborhood. Right? And you're in computers, you gotta be willing to go to Google in Silicon Valley. You gotta be, but college teaches you that. And I also tell them about Different World. I make them watch Different World. Because remember the show Different World when we was coming up? Right? They was teaching life lessons in the Different World.
Right. And not only that with a Different World, man. And crazy as me sound, I remember I was looking at the little, they did it on one of the TV shows, like a reunion or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were saying how around that time when a Different World was on air, the enrollment in HBCUs was very high.
Yeah.
Because you had something on TV where you saw people that looked like us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love a Different World.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. Some people that look like us that was in college. And then they just didn't show you in the classroom and they showed you, hey, they had fun too.
Yeah.
They had relationships too.
Yeah.
They had
life decisions.
They had life
And
decisions
remember,
too.
Kim had some issues. Like, she had little real issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it showed you, and then it made you look at it like, well, damn, that's how college is.
Yeah.
It's not what you think it may be. It's a nice little atmosphere.
When I got my mind right, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to be Kadeem Hardison. I wanted to be the Wayne. I just didn't go to school for engineering, but I studied him like the little satchel piece. I went got that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm telling the guys, like, pay attention. He got a Coogee sweater with the J's on, with the fours.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. He sure did.
Yeah.
He sure did.
He swagged out.
He stayed with a pair of J's on.
Stayed with J's on.
Had the jersey on. He was stay J's out of
fresh. And I'm telling them, like, listen, Kadeem Hardison fresh way back then. Coogee sweaters was like, how much? Coaches were like 200.
200-300 back then. Oh,
Yeah, then.
You wasn't rolling up on no 200-300 at a year.
In college.
Right.
And he got the fresh James with the Coogee sweater on.
Right.
And he was an engineering major. You know, thinking about it, I'm telling him, he also tutored in math.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he was cool.
Right.
He was the campus guy. Everybody knew Dwayne Wayne. You know what I mean? He was funny, cool, and he knew how to be a friend. When him and Ryan was to get into it, you know what I'm saying? They rented an apartment together to try to make it. All those are real life college experiences.
Right. It is. It really is. It really is. And see, that's the thing. We don't really see that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We don't see that, and we're not able to see that. So we miss it, and we think college is just another high school. When it's not.
Totally.
It's not. It's nowhere near being in high school. And I tell my son, he getting ready to graduate from De La Salle. Mm-hmm. And I tell him, I be like, look, bro, wherever you choose to go, you're not gonna stay in here. Mm-hmm. You're gonna live on campus. Because that's gonna be the best experience you get. Yeah. Is by going staying on campus. Like right now, he's thinking about Tulane and Tulane, North Carolina, and somewhere else. And I was like, Tulane is fine. I ain't got no problem with you. You're gonna go stay on the campus. Yeah. Cause that's the best thing for you to do. Yeah, totally. Get out the house. Go experiencing something else. Yeah. And that way you're on your own. You're either gonna sink or swim. And
it's like, and I tell my daughter, cause this is her freshman year, right? She finished her degree real well, man. 3.5 GPA, right? And I was like, wow, in the middle of the pandemic, right. It was rough, so I had to applaud her, right? And definitely. We got to applaud,
definitely.
Our
you got
kids.
Take your hand off.
For the ones who's doing it. We can't just applaud foolishness. But it's like the training wheels for the world, right? This is your transition period. These 4 years, is when you're going to learn life lessons that's going to prepare you for your young adulthood, right? If you didn't have an opportunity to be an honorary center, you didn't have the opportunity to be in a band football team where those people was teaching that. And I also tell to historical black, I've never been to a predominantly white institution, like enrolled as a student, but I've been around a lot of HBCUs, and I went to all HBCUs. And what I tell people is Southern University prepares you for the world, for real, for the world. And understanding where you're coming from, especially people from our neighborhood. I tell people all the time, Southern University in New Orleans has built the black middle class in New Orleans. If you go back and check the late 70s, 80s, early 90s, people in leadership graduated from Southern University in New Orleans. They came from SUNO. Go check the judges. Go check some of the lawyers. They come from SUNO. We have a model here at SUNO. You could go anywhere in the world from 6400 Press Drive. You could go anywhere in the world from 6400 Press Drive. Right. So when you come here, we understand where you're coming from. It's not about that. It's about, do you have the will to win? And that's what I teach. If you got the will to win, I got you. You don't have to worry about nothing else. Nothing else. I got you. I'm going to lead you. You follow it. In a prime example, it was so close to me. Not only the young men that I work with, and my daughter, she listened. Right. And she came out successful. I'm like, wow. She's like, I had an epiphany, you was right, and I'm going to listen. And look what you were able to do.
And you know how hard it is to get a child to tell you they had an epiphany.
Man, that was like, whoa.
That was like, wait, hold up. Can I record that?
Yeah.
Can I record that? Just so I can show other people who, you know what I'm saying? For a child. Yeah, you was right.
I get it now.
Like, really?
Yeah.
You really think I'm right?
Yeah, I get it now. And that's when I talk about that transition piece. Right. That reconditioning piece, right? Right. And if I can reach more, man, I would, man. The support is needed for the Honorary Center. I would love to have 25 to 30 young men, all from New Orleans, right? All from all areas, right? I'll take them uptown, downtown, in the east across the river, you hear me? You feel me? It doesn't matter to me.
CTC in the house,
everybody, I'll tell anybody, go to SUNO, suno.edu, man, and type in Honorary Center. You can call my phone. I'm always woke, right? Because I'm responsible for these young men 24 hours out the day.
Right.
My job, they ask me when I get off, I'm never off.
Right. You got young
24
men
hours out the day. They could call me and it's like something happened at 1 a.m. I got to get up and address it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
There.
That's dope. Y'all heard it right here,
man.
Go to Southern Union, go to
SUNO.edu. We're taking applications right now for summer. We're taking applications for fall 21. And the Honorary Center is actually taking application as well. My email address is mphillips@suno.edu. And you can call me at 504-286-5136. I'll pick up.
Y'all heard it right here. Mm-hmm. Go to Southern University at New Orleans website, man. Go to Honorary Center. Let's get it, bro. We got to do it.
Yeah, you got an opportunity. You can't say you don't have no opportunity now.
Y'all heard it.
You can't say that.
He laid it all out for you. I'm talking about all he asking y'all to do is go fill out the damn financial aid form.
That's it.
Don't worry about nothing else. Just fill out that financial aid application and fill out the application to get in. Oh, I'm sorry. Look. Get a doggone high school diploma too. GED. The only way you get in college is a GED, a high school diploma.
You're gonna need that.
So first, let's get that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking a GED. I'm just saying get a GED, a high school diploma first.
Yeah.
We need that first. But after that, go on Southern University at New Orleans website, fill out that apply now application, then go to Honorary Center and fill out their application.
Yeah.
Because you heard him, he said we need like 24 men.
Yeah, we need it. And I would love to have the support for the 24 men. So if you wanted to donate to the Honorary Centers, donate to Southern University, we accept contributions and support, financial support as well. And we doing this for our kids, man. People always talk about support, man. Let's support our kids. Let's get behind them and give them what they need. Right. And let's change what we see what's going on in the city. And they're not breaking in no cars. They're not doing none of that. These young men are good guys. They out community service. They don't have no problem with that. You're going to see us in the community. You're going to see us in the classroom. So young ladies, we haven't created a program for you guys just yet. However, Southern University of New Orleans is here, and you can apply to Southern University of New Orleans. Even as a young man, if you don't want to get an honorary center, still come to Southern University of New Orleans. We're here. We're open arms. It's going to be a great experience.
Y'all see how that go. Yeah. Come on down to Southern University at New Orleans, man. Look, I went here. I only did like maybe a year and a half or something like that. Yeah. And I think I majored in UC 101.
Yeah. Okay, you were hanging out.
Yeah. I majored in. They had a Street Fighter game and at a pool table. You had a piano. You were walking.
You was enjoying the perks.
Dude probably on the tickling the iris for you. You know what I'm saying? When they never played the Street Fighter, had a long line, everybody trying to get on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you still had skills.
Right, still had skills. So I had to get on there, you know what I'm saying, from time to time. But, I majored in UC 101, you know what I'm saying? But it was a great experience. It was a great experience.
And listen, at the end of the day, if Suno could help me and turn me into the man I am today, I know what he could do for them people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, I'm a real live example of what Southern University and New Orleans can do for an individual from New Orleans, from the Magnolia, from Uptown, from the belly of the beast, right?
Right. That was the belly of the beast.
Right. And I'm able to speak both languages.
Right. I can get down with you.
And
I can turn on like, okay. What do you know?
Call that code switch. Your vernacular. You know what I mean?
I can turn it off and on. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. You gotta be able to speak two languages. Because what happens is the students will relate to that.
Right.
When you start saying, man, you capping, you're like, they surprised how you know about capping.
Now
they talk about,
that's one thing I don't get. When we say capping, they were like, man, stop loud capping. Tell somebody, bucking on you. You know what I'm saying? How capping equal lying?
That's I don't get it. Right? And then and what I try to do, I try not to understand it. I just try to understand it, how they use their term.
Right.
So they were saying jokes, and I'm like, listen, Joseph started that really a jail term.
Yeah, he came out with like the little jail and came home and like, yeah, we Joseph. Yeah. I'm just gonna Joseph on the dude right here. You know what I'm saying? And they think they made it up.
Yeah,
now, see,
can't tell them nothing.
They can't tell. Now see, who told y'all to get it? That's what I was about to say. My daughters, I was just talking to them last couple of days ago, and I was like, what the hell capping mean?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah.
I'm like, and they like,
right.
Daddy, you don't
yeah,
know. And
I'm
like capping back in the day when I was young. You stop capping on capping on somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, I wish I could turn the camera on so people
and
see y'all over there.
And they take our terms and give them their definition. That's what happens, right? Like, man.
So what's that other one y'all be doing?
Y'all used to sweet. Who does that?
I'm talking about from back when wrestling come, there was the little two feet and all that. They looking at me like, oh, Daddy, you don't do no better.
Hey, man. And having the stuff that they love, and this is what I kill the young men in the program with. Y'all fall in love with J's. We was there when that was originated.
When it was originated.
Y'all only buying our old stuff.
Look, if I was smart, I would have kept a couple of those things to show you.
Yeah, y'all want the retros. The retros in my room. Right. I got the original 97s. Like, you know what I mean? I got the original 96s. Like, man, so, it's good stuff.
Yeah,
man.
So all right. Now at this point of the show, this before we get out of here.
Yeah.
You gotta give us this is the point of the show that everybody leaves on. I know I was on because I'm trying to find somewhere to go eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I got that covered.
I gotta fill my belly when I
get that covered.
So at this point of the show, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our top four.
Top four. I gotta put them in order or just four?
No, four. In order.
In order, the one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's not, and look, come on now, bro.
You know, this is in New Orleans, they got 300 restaurants.
I know, but your top four.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to hear nothing about no four. It's four.
Four. F-O.
Yeah, four.
Yeah. Take four.
Yeah, take
I
four.
went to the four.
Yeah, I went to the four.
Yeah,
See this brother here, I can have him on the show anytime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He know what we talking.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Being bilingual, you got to learn that. You know what I mean?
It's more than just learning another language.
Yeah.
But at this point, we're going to get your top four restaurants in the city. And they got to be local. I don't know, it can't be no chain. It can't be. The only chain you could throw in there, and I'm only letting you throw this chain in there because it's not a big chain, and you only can see it in Louisiana and little parts of Texas. It's Fiery Crab. If that was going to be on your top four.
Okay, gotcha.
But that's the only chain people could get. I'm going to give you.
You give you that.
I'm going to give you that.
You let you slide with that.
Because, a lot of them in Louisiana, and then, they got a few of them in Houston. So I'm going to give you that one. Because
let you make it.
Yeah, but other than that, it gotta be local owned. And we're going to start with number four.
Number four. That's a good one, man. And I was sitting here thinking while you were talking, number four, I would have to say Viorella's, man. Yeah. Viorella's right here on Franklin, man, because I work right not too far.
Yeah.
And Viorella's, I'm a chicken guy, right? I'm trying not to be stereotypical, right? But I'm kind of a chicken guy. I like that, right? And it's battered right, seasoned right. It's not old. Right. They're fresh. They cook to order. Right. So you're not getting no old food that's sitting under a lamp. Right. You're not getting none of that, bro.
Grease hot.
No grease hot. Right. So they give you like a nice 2-piece with 2 sides. I'm thinking like $7.25. Like you could get like real mashed potatoes, right? Real salad or French fries or the veggie of the day, right? String beans. For me, it's like a little meal. Right. We grew up like you had 2 pieces of chicken, mom got some string beans and rice. That's a meal. You go sit down. You good. Get you a nice cup of Kool-Aid, you Gucci. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Go watch a different world. You ain't no problem about me, right? So I'll say Viorella's number 4. Number 3, this one here is a little tough. Because number 3, I would have to go with Dookie Chase.
Wow.
Dookie Chase, bro.
Wow.
Nice
Wow.
little vibe, right? You know, you understand the culture of Dookie Chase,
Right.
You know, that was a place where our civil rights leaders to come and eat, right? Hold meetings on the second floor. Yeah, a lot of people know that, but the food.
Now the crazy part about that, you brought up Dookie Chase. That's your number 3. The crazy part about that is the other night I was sitting down with Eve, one of the granddaughters who do the bartender. I was talking to her, and she was like, "Come on through. We're gonna do a show right here in the restaurant."
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I was like,
I saw that.
all right, let's do it. So yeah, I just wanted to plug that in there. So you know.
And Duck is my fair brother. Yeah. He's running it now. And man, you go over there right before the pandemic, you know, they would have had the nice spread. You pay like $25 and it's like a buffet style, bro.
Yeah.
All the cuisine, like the real Creole, succotash and red beans, bro. Like you cannot go wrong.
Right.
So I'm sitting in Ducky's, got a white cloth table. You know, when you want to put on a little clothes or something and go have a nice vibe, I'm going to Ducky's. Going straight to Ducky's, you know what I mean? Number 2. Oh man. Number 2, bro, is kind of tough for me too, because I don't really eat in too many restaurants, right? You know, I'm from Uptown. We know, man, the Dwight got the truck over here, right?
We know the truck.
We go to trucks.
We know Nancy.
Yeah. So we got a different palate, right? You know what I'm saying?
Our palate is,
our palate is a little bit different, right? You know
we went into the gas station and get food, and got food. We didn't do all the
fire food. I would have to say Lionheart Catering, man. Really? Yeah, man. My guy Spike went to John Mack, bro. He be open at nighttime, man. Got the nice, different type of pastas. Like my daughter, when she gets off work, she wants the salmon nachos. I'm talking about they fire. He got his own little sauce goes on top of the salmon nachos. Listen, gonna give you big work. I'm talking about big work.
Where he be posting at?
He be posting at different spots. You just follow Instagram, look for Lionheart Catering, bro. You can't go wrong, man. Tell that boy Morkeith sent you. Listen, you get the salmon, you get your oysters, you get the broccoli. He giving you everything. You get your jerk chicken. That's my favorite over there. You'll get the jerk chicken. Man, you can't go wrong by that,
you
man.
me hungry, right?
Listen, brother, my daughter be like, is your friend cooking tonight? Like, all right, we're going to go stop and pass by Spike. You know, he got the truck. He out there on the truck. You know what I mean? It's the pull-up joint, you know what I mean? And you going home good, especially after you've been out, hanging out, you know, had a little libation, you know what I mean? Then you need some, it's warm.
Right. You get tired of sitting up at McDonald's trying to get a greasy ass hamburger.
Listen, pull up by Lionheart, man. He's going to give you what you're looking for, man. Big work, man. Well, my number one spot.
Now, you gotta know when I finish, you know how to drum. You've been in the band. You know how to drum roll. When I finish the drum roll, you gotta be able to just
gotcha.
And we going with number 1.
Nials.
Wow. Nials.
Hands down, right? People will say, oh, this and all that. I say, listen, it's never been a place like Nials in the city of New Orleans with the aesthetics, the vibe, the food, the people, the service.
Right.
Listen, man, I could go in Nials and hang there.
Right.
Like I'ma eat and I'ma drink. I'ma have good conversation. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you want to bring your crew, they got room for that. Nials is the staple of dining for African Americans. In the city, man. Hands down, I'm sorry.
Right.
I gotta go to Nials.
You know what?
Get you a Bow Wow. Get you a Bow Wow. I'm not sure if you ever had the Bow Wow.
No, never had it.
Never had the Bow Wow?
No.
Listen, man. Get you a Bow Wow, right? And if you finish that one, they give you the other one half off.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
The Bow Wow.
Go to the bar, sit at the bar, tell Charlie I sent you. Jordan, tell Jordan I sent you. And I've been going to knee house for a while.
You heard that, Jordan? I'm coming. I'm coming.
It's good stuff.
Since my bar is sending me, I should be able to get both of mine half off.
Yeah. Listen, it's good stuff, man. They got patrol bar oysters.
Right.
That's a whole nother world in itself. The line be wrapped just for that.
Right.
They have a line people just want the Bow Wow. I go there and sit, get to smell the okra.
Right.
Good food like that. You don't get that everywhere.
No.
Some people you ask for smothered okra, they're like, huh?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
nice
it.
red beans,
Right.
It ain't no them other one that come in a can, y'all.
The blue one. Hey, we was in school. You got made fun of me. You like your mama cooking them blue runners, boy.
I don't want to throw them out like that, but hey, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all had it like can.
Boy, your mama cooking them blue runners.
Yeah.
Oh, you the blue runners.
Hey, man, you gotta have that clear pack, man. You gotta have that pack. You gotta let them soak. Red beans take you like 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, this is not no easy process. You're not doing red beans in 45 minutes. Not no good red beans. Right. And if you're real serious with it, you gonna soak them the night before, right? Just let them sit in a pot with water. And then when you wake up in the morning at like 7, then you turn them on. You feel me? That's gonna be ready at 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, come on, man.
Man.
Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Man, shit, bro.
That's my spot.
Shit, bro.
Appreciate it, man. It's all I love, man.
This was dope,
We
baby.
go back, man. This
was dope, baby.
It's
I really
20+.
enjoyed this, dog.
man.
I really did, bro.
No doubt.
And I just love what you're doing here at Suno, man.
Yeah.
I love the way you taking these young men and turning them to men.
Yeah.
And making them be accountable.
Right.
And making them just doing different things that we need to see in our neighborhoods, man, in our community. Y'all always saying this too. They don't have no black men in the schools teaching y'all children. Oh, I got this white person in here teaching my child from KIP. I got this white person with the charter teaching my child. What y'all got is sitting right here in front of you. It's sitting right here in front of you. If you got a young man that's getting ready to graduate high school right now, next year, send him to Suno.
Yeah.
Come get in the honorary program.
Totally.
And he could be one of those teachers that's going to be teaching your child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Send them over here. Get them in the honorary program. Let's do it, man. Let's get more black young men teaching our black kids.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So let's get that done, y'all. Look, y'all been here on the porch. Y'all been here on your porch with your boy D. Hopefully we got my boy Kerry back next week. Mr. Phillips from the Honorary Center came sit down with us.
Man.
In a few months we're gonna probably go sit down with him at his second line club.
Hey.
And it's gonna be Dr. Phillips.
Way uptown.
Y'all we're gonna be uptown. We're gonna be in the
way
belly of the
uptown,
beast.
right?
We're gonna be really in the belly of the beast when
Yeah.
we go down there, y'all, in a few months. But look, I wanna thank him once again for coming to sit down with us on the porch, man. And look, just waiting for the next go round, baby.
Thank you, man, for the opportunity and the platform that you provide, man.
Oh, man,
that's
appreciate
big,
it, bro.
man.
Appreciate
That's
it, bro.
big, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Just trying to do a little something different.
Yeah, it's working, man.
So, y'all know how we do it at the end of every show, man. See y'all next week, but go ahead and follow On the Porch Podcast right now on IG. Go to the YouTube page, On the Porch with DNL. Subscribe and get the notifications and start watching the shows, man. At the bottom of notification.
What?
Hit the button so y'all can be ready for all the shows that we got coming to y'all. And y'all can watch the shows that we got on there right now. And if you're on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, any other podcasting platforms, we on all those too. Go check some of the audio shows out that we did before we started doing the video. But once again, IG page, On the Porch Podcast. Go ahead and follow it right now, y'all, so y'all can be ready, bro. See y'all next week. We out this thing. Peace.